Hey guys, Professor Slughead here. Today's lesson is going to be Latin, so sit down and shut up because it's time to learn. Let's begin.
Alright, lesson 1 when learning Latin. Pronunciations. As you can see, there are some pronunciations you need to know in order to properly understand Latin. For example, the letter V is pronounced as a W. Case in point, the volcano that vaporized Pompeii was Vesuvius. Likewise, the letter C is pronounced as a K, so it's not Caesar, it's Kaiser, like the Kaiser of the German Empire. R's are going to be rolled, like a clipped R, so it's grupos, for example. G is going to be a hard G sound, so it's Germania, not Germania, Germania. Likewise, the letter TH is pronounced as a T, so it's like de teru tehings at ik utter. And PH is pronounced as a P, so Philadelphia, for example. Next section of Latin. The next lesson when learning Latin is understanding the diphthongs, that is, combinations of vowels. As you can see, the letters A and E, when put together, are pronounced I, as in the body part. For example, it's not Caesar, it's Kaiser. Likewise, A and U, when put together, is pronounced ow, so it's glaudium or aurum. E and I is pronounced a. E and U is pronounced a, u, so it's deus, such as deus ex machina. O and E is pronounced oi. And the last diphthong, U and I, is pronounced we. Next lesson. The next lesson to learn involving Latin are the cases. That is, how to tell what each word means in a sentence. There are 5 cases in Latin. They can be remembered by this device. Never give dogs any absinthe. Nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and ablative. Nominative identifies the subject of the sentence. Genitive shows possession. Dative is where the noun is the indirect object of the verb. Accusative is where the noun is the direct object. Commands are going to be in the accusative form. For example, kawe kanem, beware of dog, is telling you to beware of the dog. And the final case is ablative. That is location/manner. With that in mind, let's move on to subjects and verbs. Now that we have examined pronunciations, diphthongs, and cases, let's now look at the endings for nouns and verbs. In the case of nouns, first declension noun, your endings are going to be a, I, in the singular, and I, arum, is, as, is in the plural. Likewise, with verbs, your ending is going to be o or m, s, t in the singular, and mus, tis, nt in the plural. However, before we get too far ahead, knowing neuter endings as well as passive endings is going to be important. So let's cover those next. Alright, to understand neuter, you have to understand that in Latin, some words are masculine or feminine. However, there are words that are neither. Those are called neuter nouns. The endings for neuter are going to be e, o, in the singular, and a, orum, is, a, is in the plural. Make sense? Now, I honestly feel that you guys should be made aware of the fact that you can have active and passive nouns and verbs in Latin. Thus, the passive endings are ris, tur, mur, mini, intur. Good. This making sense? Before I get on to the final section, I would like to point out one of the most important verbs in Latin. That is the verb to be. Here it is as follows. Sum es est, sumus estis sunt. We still following along? Good. Now, we are going to look at future active tense, saying, I will do something. Your endings, bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. We're almost to the end. The final lesson is coming up. All right, we have reached nearly the end of our lesson, and that is the imperfect. However, there are two forms of imperfect. Imperfect active, as seen up top, and imperfect passive, as seen below. The endings for imperfect active are bam, bas, bat, bamus, batis, bant. Imperfect passive endings are bar, baris, batur, bamur, bamini, bantur. So, we've managed to get through the basics of Latin. Now I have a little assignment for y'all. What is the English translation of the term putio ergo sum? Put it in the comments below and let me know if this was helpful.
Okay, guys, that's the end of our lesson for today. But was this lesson helpful? Yes or no? Put it in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to cover next time. And as always, Slughead out.